Welcome back, Dunkaholics. We're here with year two of the Madden 26 Cleveland Browns realistic rebuild. If you tune in to part one, the dog pound was more like dog shit. We were looking for a quarterback. We traded for Kirk Cousins to pair him back up with Kevin Stefanski. Stefanski ends up getting fired at the end of the regular season. We have to step in to where we don't even know who got re-signed, who didn't get re-signed, who got let go, who got cut. We went from Kirk Cousins to Shador, lost some games. Went from Shador to Dylan Gabriel. Out of all the quarterbacks on our roster, Dylan Gabriel started winning games towards the end of the season, messing up our draft order. And he ended up walking out the building. He got cut before we came in as a coach. He was in free agency. We made him an offer, and he went to the Rams to be a third string. I'll show y'all that in a little bit. But yeah, so we lost Dylan Gabriel, brought in some of our guys back from free agency. We had a draft. We drafted to our needs. So with all that being said, let's waste no more time and let's meet the roster of the team, the squad here in year two before the preseason starts. So we are handing the keys over to Shador Sanders. No more Kirk Cousins. No more Deshaun Watson. No more Dylan Gabriel. We decided to not draft a quarterback in the draft. There wasn't that many anyway. There was only one top five quarterback in the draft. We were picking at number two, I think, and whoever had the number one overall pick was going to take that quarterback, and I didn't want to give our whole life savings away to trade up one spot to get a quarterback. So we're going to let Shador be the guy, at least for this season. It still doesn't rule out that we're not going to be looking for a quarterback. But if Shador can play well this season, maybe we will continue to develop him as our future franchise quarterback. You see what he did last season, splitting some reps or splitting some games with Kirk Cousins and Dylan Gabriel, throwing 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, played 3 or 4 games. Not that bad. So we'll see how he does here in year two now that he will be the full-time starter. We did bring in Jimmy G as a mentor bridge quarterback for Shador, and we also brought in Cooper Rush just to add, some veterans in the quarterback room. Quarterback room looking a lot different than it did last season, and Cooper Rush adds some competition to preseason. At running back, we got Quinshawn Junkins and Dylan Sampson. Quinshawn Junkins was the guy on offense. We ran our offense through him, and in his rookie year, over 1,000 yards, over average of 4 yards, over 4 yards per carry, 7 touchdowns, no fumbles. He had a great season. I would love to see us use Dylan Sampson a little bit more. We did bring back Kareem Hunt, who has played for Cleveland before. So I really like our running back room. We also got Raheem Sanders, who was one of the rookies with Sampson and Junkins from last season. We drafted a fullback because we didn't have one on the roster last season. Jerry Jeudy was our best receiver last season. I mean, he's our best receiver on the roster. Didn't get 1,000 yards, but I don't really blame Jerry Jeudy for that because we had multiple quarterbacks in there. But for him to still be able to get 75 receptions, 900 yards, a couple of touchdowns, it's all right. It's all right. Cedric Tillman, though, forget what I said about best receiver. Even though Jerry Jeudy is our best receiver right now, Cedric Tillman, I believe, was the most productive. He really surprised me. I was looking to replace him, but if he can do what he did last season with the 64 catches, 817 yards, 5 touchdowns, and he can keep playing at that level, maybe we have our wide receiver two already in Cedric Tillman. I just saw Justin Ross in the preseason free agency. Isaiah Bond, though, we didn't really use him that much last season, but he is the receiver on the team that I am most excited about, the one that has the bigger ceiling, and with that speed, I do want to try to develop him. If we can't, we'll look to add to this receiver group. But honestly, if I'm being honest with myself, I don't think we helped Shador out this season because we have basically the same wide receivers that we had last season, minus Justin Ross. So we did bring in the veteran Tyler Boyd. We still have Gage Larvadane too. going into his second year. But we really wanted to add like a big playmaker at wide receiver just to help out Shador and just to help out the offense because the defense is the strength of this team. So we still are a couple years away, couple seasons away from being where we want to be with our wide receivers. At tight end, we got Harold Fannin Jr. He is going to be tight end one. No more David Njoku. We could have re-signed him. We had the money, but Harold Fannin, we're going to try to develop him as our tight end one. So no more two tight end systems. We're going with the tight end one. We did bring in Charlie Kohler and Farrell Brown, and we got Whiteheart there at tight end. But with our first round pick, we took Ben Feliz. We needed left tackle. Now, I said we didn't help out Shador when it came to receivers. I think we helped out Shador with rebuilding and retooling on the offensive line, getting a left tackle. I think last season we had Cornelius Lucas and Cam Robinson. Nah, we needed to get younger at tackle. But look at the height, 6'9", 336-pound frame. 80 overall, hidden dev rookie. He is going to be our franchise left tackle. He is going to block and protect Shador or whoever our quarterback is going to be for this team going forward. We also have DeJuan Jones still. They brought back Tevin Jenkins. We did lose Joel Bitonio to retirement. We signed Michael Jordan. We drafted another lineman, Chip Taft, at center because we lost Ethan Pokich. So you see we got younger on the O-line, especially on that left side. No more Bitonio, no more Ethan Pokich, no more Cam Robinson or Cornelius Lucas. We did decide to bring back Wyatt Teller, or I guess they decided, the front office did, because we weren't able to control the contract negotiations. But we brought back Wyatt Teller. He is still our best offensive lineman. We have Zach Zenter, and then Jack Conklin on the right. So we got younger on the left side. We need to get a little bit younger on the right side of the O-line. And then on the defensive side, which is the best part of this team, Isaiah McGuire had 6 sacks last season, 50 tackles, 9 TFLs. He played really good. And you know, that didn't stop us from going out and drafting an edge rusher. We had 2 first-round picks. We used the first one on the left tackle, and then we used the second one on this guy, Brett Burton, 6'3", 269, out of Georgia. 74 overall. Yes, he has the boring brown dev trait that matches his jersey. But I think we can develop him, and especially playing alongside this guy, Myles Garrett, who was not Myles Garrett last season. And it's funny how when you do franchise and you go through the simulation, Myles Garrett is a guy that gets these type of numbers, 14 sacks, 14, 16, 12, 13. He may even break the record multiple times. But once I control him, wasn't hurt at all season. 8.5 sacks. Just 8.5 sacks. So Myles Garrett, I will be expecting at least double-digit sacks. We have Alex Wright as his backup. Mason Graham, who had a great rookie year, went up dev trait with superstar dev. He was like 2nd or 3rd in defensive rookie of the year nominations. Should have gotten it, but he had a great rookie year going up dev trait. We still have Malik Collins, Mike Hall. We drafted this nose tackle, Josh Morgan, who really can power rush. He's really well rounded. I know he has the normal dev, but I like that he is well rounded and he can move at that size. And then Sam linebacker, we still have Jerome Baker. We drafted this rookie linebacker to back him up. Carson Schlesinger, who was the other defensive rookie that went up dev trait. He had a lot of tackles. He had a lot of interceptions, 154 tackles. He is like the leader, the quarterback of the defense. And then we have Devin Bush and J.O.K. So our linebacker core is really probably the core of this defense. Denzel Ward, who outside of Myles Garrett is our best player, especially in the secondary. Tyson Campbell, who was one of the only few, I think he might have been our only Pro Bowler. But Tyson Campbell, he balled out last season. with 3 interceptions, over 100 tackles, 2 TFLs. I'm really proud of him. We just brought in Kendall Fuller, adding a veteran to the cornerbacks, to the defensive backs. And then we drafted this guy, Joey Duhan. I think he's a slot corner out of Florida. Go Gators. And then we still have Miles Harden and Trey Hawkins the third. We still have Ronnie Hickman, who we extended on a 3-year contract. We got Grant Delpit, brought back Rayshawn Jenkins. Got a couple of young safeties to back them up. Andre Schmidt, who won Kicker of the Year, going up dev trait to that shiny star. He only missed 2 field goals, made a 57-yarder, made all of his extra pointers. So proud of him for getting that award. And we also brought back Corey Borges, and there is our long center. And I think we have a C patch available to stitch on somebody's jersey, and we're gonna do Wyatt Teller, the superstar offensive lineman. So that is the team. It is now time to simulate the preseason. No quarterback battle. It will be Shador as the quarterback week 1, and we win the first preseason game. 13-6. And Shador was 1 of 4. Jimmy G 11 of 22. Touchdown for Raheem Sanders. JOK with 3 sacks. Burton, the rookie, with 2 sacks. Mason Graham, Alex Wright, McGuire, Hall, Denzel Ward, everybody getting them some. Schmidt, reigning kicker of the year, misses a field goal in preseason. Would rather get those misses out of the way now before we get to the regular season. I think we're going to put Cooper Rush in for this next game. We'll do Justin Ross. Do we have any other position battles? We'll do Burton over McGuire, Hall over Collins. We'll do Duhan over Fuller. And I think that's about it. Simulate week 2 preseason against my Seattle Seahawks. $48-7, blown out. Shador a touchdown and a pick. Cooper Rush, no touchdowns and a pick, so he's not looking too good in preseason. Harold Fannin had the TD, the only touchdown that we had all game. And Burton, another sack. Graham, McGuire with the sack. So McGuire and Burton, it is really close on who's going to start at left edge. We may start McGuire and just have Burton sub in. That wouldn't be a bad idea, but I kind of do want to start the rookie. He's playing really good. We'll go with Tillman, Isaiah Bond. We'll go Larvadane. We'll go Farrell Brown over Charlie Kohler. We also need to get Whitehart in. We'll go Burton again. And let's go with Morgan. We'll go Fuller. We'll go Hawkins. Giants 0-2. Can they finish the preseason 0-3? Which really wouldn't matter to us. And no, they get their first win in the preseason. We go 1-2. 6-23. We really didn't score a lot of points in the preseason. And Shador throws an interception. Cooper Rush doesn't do anything. 2 touchdowns for Wan'Dale Robinson. Rookie tackle giving up a couple of sacks. But Mason Graham, Devin Bush getting sacks. We made our field goals. And now it's time to look at the stats, make our cuts, make our practice squad roster, and get on to the regular season. I mean, Shador, he's the starter. Jimmy G will be the backup. Cooper Rush will be cut. Judkins and Sampson and Kareem Hunt didn't get no carries. Larvadain will make the team. Isaiah Bond is looking like wide receiver 3. Tillman is 2. Judy is 1. Justin Ross will be probably 4. Tyler Boyd may be cut. Offensive line didn't play that bad. Duhan probably will get the start at corner. Mason Graham, JOK. Burton, he beats out McGuire. That was a close battle. 12 tackles to 9. Both had 2 TFLs, and then Burton had a sack more. So the rookie will start on the left edge. And we do have to cut 9 players. So the first player will be Cooper Rush. We'll go 2 quarterbacks, Jimmy G, especially with that mentor tag. You know, Cooper Rush does have 2 skill points that will put him up to a 65. But he is unfortunately not going to make the team. With Larvadain playing good, Bond, Ross, we really don't need Tyler Boyd. So I am going to cut him. Just did make team 1 catch for 6 yards. Ain't going to get the job done. Whiteheart. We may go 4 tight ends, but Whiteheart is in danger of being released. Yeah, so we'll definitely do this rookie Nick Barkley and then the tight end Whiteheart will get released. And we have our squad, we have our team, we have our roster for the regular season. Let's upgrade the players. Let's set up the depth chart, rearrange, adjust the lineup. Let's go with let's try to make him a scheme fit. We'll go Burton. He is a power rusher through and through. And then we'll do Shador. So make him a field general scheme fit. And then we will go with, I guess we'll do the 2 rookies. Carson Schlesinger. Try to get him a scheme fit. Everybody needs to be a scheme fit. Everybody needs to fit the scheme here in Cleveland. We'll go power rusher for Mason Graham. Try to get him some more sacks this season. I think he'll be a Pro Bowl type of player. Don't know who Mike Shelley is. We'll auto upgrade that. Let's adjust the lineup. Shador will be quarterback 1, followed by Jimmy G. Junkin, Sampson, Hunt, Sanders. Fullback will be McCall. And then Hunt and Charlie Kohler. We'll go Farrell Brown. Receiver will be Judy, Tillman, Bond, Ross, Larvadain, Fannin. We'll go Charlie. Yeah, we'll go Fannin. And then Fannin, Kohler, Brown. Burton, McGuire, Garrett Wright, Graham, Collins, Hall, JOK. And we'll have Jerome Baker be the backup here, and then we will have Jerome Baker be the backup over there. Corner, Denzel Ward, Campbell, Fuller for right now, and it will sub in Duhan. And then we'll go Rayshawn Jenkins. Kick return, they have Duhan, the rookie, and then McMillan. We'll go Larvadain. Or should we go Isaiah Bond? Punt return will be Isaiah Bond, Dylan Sampson. Kickoff start for Hurricanes. Third down back will be Quinshawn Junkins. But I think we're going to do... Should we do Dylan Sampson? Who's the better catcher out of the two? Dylan Sampson runs better. Right? We'll go Dylan Sampson. I want to see if they'll use him a little bit more. And then power back, we'll go Junkins, Hunt, and Sanders. Slot receiver will be Isaiah Bond, Ross, and Larvadane. Left end will be... we had Garrett on the right, and he didn't get a lot of sacks, so we will actually move him to the left. And then on the right will be Burton. Rush D tackle will be Mason Graham, Collins, and Mike Hall. We'll do Mike Hall right there. And then nose tackle will be just like that. Sub linebacker will be Schlesinger, Bush, JLK. Slot corner will be Duhan, Fuller, and Rayshawn Jenkins. So that is the team. We have a new ability unlocked for Mason Graham. And we have a new schedule because it is a new season, year 2 for the Cleveland Browns. Who are we playing week 1? It will be the Las Vegas Raiders. Let's choose the draft class. We're choosing auto-generated. There's some edges, some D linemen, some O linemen. I see a quarterback. I see another quarterback. I see a corner, a receiver, just a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything that we could use. We are 83 overall, 80 offense, 87 defense. Offense got a long way to go to catch up to the defense. And let's see if we can kick off the season with a win at home in the dog pound. And we get the dub 23-17 in overtime. We were down 10-0 at half. We rallied in the fourth quarter, and we get the touchdown. 180 rushing yards, 205 passing yards, 1 turnover, but Shador, 205, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, no sacks from the offensive line. That's what happens when you invest in the offensive line. It wasn't a sexy pick, but you got to build the trenches. You got to protect your quarterback. 16 of 27, 131 for Quinshawn Junkins, averaging over 10 yards per carry in this game, and he scored. Shador ran for 25. Dylan Sampson getting 9 attempts. I like seeing that. Isaiah Bond getting a carry. Jerry Jeudy was our lead receiver. Isaiah Bond, 2 catches for 58, averaging 29 yards and a touchdown. TD for Harold Fannin. And then we had a sack for Myles Garrett, half a sack for Denzel Ward, and the rookie Burton. We had a pick for the rookie Duhan. So what a great win to start the season. Now we have a division game against the Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow. They're going to be tough to beat. And this division is always going to be tough. It's always going to be a dogfight with the Ravens, the Bengals, the Steelers. And we just beat the Bengals at home. We're undefeated at home, 34-31. High scoring shootout game. We won the shootout, though. We shut the running game down. We ran the ball. We passed all over them. 3 turnovers, and we still won. Shador, 304 passing yards, a touchdown, and 3 picks, and we still won the game. No sacks given up 2 weeks in a row for the O-line, and we sacked Joe Burrow 5 times. We know the O-line issues. See, that's the difference. Bengals, you don't draft offensive linemen to protect Joe Burrow. He's always hurt. Look at that. You give up 5 sacks. We draft a left tackle, and we haven't given up a sack yet. Quinshawn Junkins, 2 touchdowns. Dylan Sampson with the touchdown. We're finally using both running backs. And then Harold Fannin, 7 catches, 106. Jerry Jeudy, 89 NATD. Isaiah Bond. Cedric Tillman, what's going on? Can't be playing like that in the contract year. But 2 sacks for Mason Graham. Burton, JOK, Schlesinger, pick for Delpit. Schmidt misses a field goal. And we are undefeated. And, of course, they set us up with the trap game. 2-0 Browns against the 2-0 Miami Dolphins. We'll do the delegating for the regional focus scouting. Can we keep our offense rolling? Can Shador keep throwing the ball for all these yards? 2 running backs, Sampson and and Judkins, and nope, we lose 24-10. Offense only able to score 10 points. Uh, Turnovers, man, 4 turnovers. That's 6 interceptions in 2 games for Shador. The running backs are playing; they're doing their part. Schlesinger with the sack, Mason Graham, Myles Garrett, Burton, Doohan, 2 picks for JOK. But it's not okay for Shador to be throwing all these interceptions. This is, I wouldn't say he played 3-4 games last season, so this isn't his rookie year, but it's his first year in the off season with the starters, going through training camp. So still learning, still a learning curve. 20-17, so we fall to 2-2 after starting 2-0. We are running the ball well. We just got to cut down the turnovers. Kareem Hunt gets in. So our running backs are probably injured. Sack and a half for Mason Graham, Burton, half a sack for Mike Hall, Smith making the field goal. And as soon as we start using Dylan Sampson, he is out 2 to 4 weeks with a torn labrum, but that is what we signed Kareem Hunt for. Home game against the Steelers. No Dylan Sampson. And after starting 2-0, we are 2-3. And I don't know what the problem is. Actually, I do know what the problem is. 3 turnovers. We are averaging 3 interceptions every game. Right now, Shador is the problem. The running game is going for us. The receivers are catching the ball. The offensive line is blocking. The defense is getting pressure on the quarterbacks. We're getting interceptions, even though we didn't get any that game. Our special teams are making their field goals. And now JOK is out. Mock Draft 1 is available. And they have us picking at 19, a quarterback, Dylan Cunningham, improviser. And I'm not against it because right now we are losing games because Shador is throwing to the other team. The other division game against the Cincinnati Bengals, we beat them in week 2. Can we sweep the Bengals, get back to 500, get to a 3-3 record, get a win on the road? And we don't. We just lose. We just lost 4 in a row. 14-23. No turnovers, so we can't put this one on Shador. But we can put this on Shador. Only 117 passing yards on 23 attempts. Judkins, Kareem Hunt, they're doing their part. Malik Collins, Devin Bush. Now we have a primetime game against the Atlanta Falcons. We have a player of the week, Devin Bush, 12 tackles, 1 INT, 1 forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries, taking advantage of the injury to JOK. And can we beat the Falcons on the road to stop this losing streak? Just peep that we're top 4 in rushing, and we do. So 3-4. Get off that losing streak. Win in prime time on Thursday Night Football. We were up 21-7 at the half, and we let them come back, and we barely won. Barely squeaked by. But no turnovers back-to-back games for Shador. Rushing touchdown for Shador. Jerry Jeudy goes over 100 yards receiving. We had Mason Graham, Schlesinger. Where is Myles Garrett, man?
Welcome